G'day and welcome back to ShadowRan Hong Kong. We are in the post-game DLC, also known as Shadows of Hong Kong. We've been captured by the police. We appear to be being used in an internal, political dispute. There's a corrupt police officer that, was the one that put the APB out on us. And now we, the good guys, aka Internal Affairs, have nicked our boat and decided to recruit us for the cause. Not really fond of this recruitment approach, but on the other hand, they haven't really given us much choice. They did like the boat name though, you know. Still says Kraken. Still done fairly recently. As you pass through the hatch and step into the familiar confines of the Kraken, you find your team waiting for you. Well, this is a hell of a thing. Gobbet absent-mindedly passes a rat from one hand to another. The rodent squeals and chirps in delight. You said it, Guncho. Not our best day ever as a team. What's the deal, Ranneko? Who captured us? Are they really cops or are we dealing with something else here? Yeah, they're cops. Specifically, an HKPF task force run by a couple of senior inspectors. Knew it. This whole thing had the HKPF stink all over it. They can dress up however they want, but at the end of the day, a cop is a cop. So what does this task force want with us? Did they pitch their agenda to you? Funnily enough, I think this whole thing could work to our advantage. Oh, in what way? Remember that ambush that killed Carter, Gutshot, and Nightjar? They want us to take out the people behind it. Well, that is interesting. A smile begins to spread across Duncan's face. If that's what they want, then you won't hear any arguments from me. Or me. Much as I hate getting jerked around like this, the prospect of getting some payback for Nightjar is awfully enticing. So, what did you tell him? I told him I wouldn't agree to anything until I ran it by you. Huh, well I guess it's nice to know you're thinking of us, so what's our next step? We're about to find out, show of hands, who's willing to work for the HKPF. I think it's safe to say we all are. I mean, this doesn't look like there's another way out of this. Plus, we can get revenge for Carter. That alone will be worth the price of admission. Yes, we didn't follow you through the walled city and test ourselves against a Yama King to let the police scare us away. Wherever this road may lead, we will follow. Sounds like everyone's on board then? We're in. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Still haven't run this little plan by Kindly Cheng. You know we should do that, right? I mean, the old lady controls an army of thugs. Can't imagine she's like these cops any more than she does creating her corrupt ones. She's right. You should call Kindly. Bring the old woman up to speed on what's been happening here. Alright, well, no time like the present. You tap Kindly Cheng's personal comlink number into your PDA and hit the send button. A moment later, the old woman's face appears on the screen. Ranneko, a pleasure to see you, dear. I've been worried sick. She swills something the color of rotten plums out of a highball glass. Now, would you kindly tell me where the fuck you've been? Indisposed, I was trapped in a long, awkward conversation with a police interrogator. Ah, I see. You're calling me from police custody. They had a mage poke around in my head, Auntie Chang. My calling you isn't going to make much of a difference. They scanned you? How disappointing. Tell me exactly what they said to you. Don't leave anything out. The people who have me aren't HKPF rank and file. They're working directly for the Executive Council. And the leaders of the group are called Kui and Lam, Auntie Chang. That's what the sergeant at the holding pen said. They're senior inspectors. They won't be their real names, dear. Not if they're letting you contact me like this. Well, whoever they are, they're after the cops that were working for Josephine Say. They want my help. They're after the filth who ambushed you then. The ones that killed Nightjar. And Carter. Nobody gives a fuck about Carter. You should know by now better than to interrupt me. Gun show. Now be a good boy and keep your mouth shut. Duncan clenches his jaw. He's clearly furious, but he says nothing. Alright, I want you to go along with it. Tell them you'll take the job. With my blessings. You want me to work with these people? Yes, I do believe this entire clusterfuck of a situation could work to our advantage. I've always wanted to get a runner into the HKPF's secure facilities, and here this task force is, inviting you in. And if you can avenge my sweet Nightjar's death in the process, well, so much the better. So you want me to spy on the cops? Makes sense, I suppose. Just be smart, do nothing that could endanger the Yellow Lotus or myself, and report back to me if you see anything that could constitute a threat. Above all, keep your eyes open. I don't trust this task force of yours, whatever you do. That's why I keep my eyes open. That's why I'm still alive, Auntie. Good boy. Oh, and Ranneko, I'm sure the police confiscated the Kong you procured from Eddie Tang, the one I paid you to retrieve for me. Get it back. She thumbs a button on her PDA and the screen goes black. Well, I guess that's it. We're doing this. Kindly's right. This is an opportunity for us to kill two birds with one stone. We take down the cops that hunted us, and we collect intel on the HKPF. Then there is no more to be said. You go back to Lamb and Key and accept the job, and I will be ready my gear. And then I guess they all vanish? So, I mean, I should return to the senior inspectors, but first, what's on our computer? Your workstation and mission computer. Still there, same thing. Check inbox for new messages. Mail, gearing up. If you find yourself in need of gear or supplies before you run on the Tiger's Den, speak with Sergeant Lee. He's the taskmaster. He's been instructed to equip and supply you as if you were one of us. You still need to pay for your gear, but he's got an extensive stock of security-rated firearms that might interest you. If you need med supplies or cybernetic enhancements, you'll find automated kiosks in the yard that can serve your needs. For anything else, I'd recommend talking to Captain Jomo. He can supply you with whatever we can't. I only ask that you keep your business between yourselves and you leave me out of it. Even if you feel prepared, I'd recommend you take a look at what the yard has on offer. It's better to be over-prepared than to get caught flat-footed. And the vid? A grainy video feed pops on the screen. The smiling face of your adopted father, Raymond Black, fills the frame. He looks tired, but stronger than you remember him. The flesh of his cheeks is firmer, his skin less sallow. Returning to Seattle seems to have done him the world of good. Ryan, I hope this message finds you and Duncan well. I wanted to let you know that the treatments and therapy seem to be working. The brain injury I suffered in Prosperity Tower will take a long time to fully recover from, but I appear to be walking the correct path. I wish that you and your brother could come back to Seattle. It feels we've left so much unfinished, with you in Hong Kong and me here, half a world away. He looks away. The smile drops from his face. His next words are choked with grief. It's my fault you're condemned to a life in the shadows. You went to Hong Kong to help me, and it cost you your freedom. That is a burden I will carry until the end of my days. Now, that's true for Duncan, but for us, we were in prison before. I don't think we really had a great life there. He clears his throat, forces a weak smile onto his face. My apologies, I did not intend to make you sit through an old man's mortal ramblings, and now I'm afraid I must go. It's time for another of my treatments. He taps his temple with a bony finger. They've already cured my stutter. Let us hope they can do the same for my melancholy mood, eh? Take care of yourself, Ryan. You and Duncan both. I'll message when I can. Until then, keep safe and do your best to stay out of trouble. Goodbye. You have -1 on read messages. Yeah. Let's check the jobs directory. Oh, pending jobs? None. Whoop, bip, 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 bip. Active jobs? No. BBS. Let's check the BBS relevant keywords. Hey, here we go. Vultures in the walled city. Let's look at that. Just saw some corporate suits scouting around the walled city. Gentrification imminent, and the rubble's barely settled in the slum. So the moment that life takes a turn for the better in the walled city, some corp smells a profit and moves in. Appalling. Bet they buy up the tenements, tear them down and put in luxury coffin apartment complexes in a helipad, so the well-heeled don't have to tread through the filth at street level. What about the Yellow Lotus? Can't see a triad letting a corp waltz in and demolish a source of revenue without so much as a whimper? That's the thing, Bal's guys are nowhere to be seen. You know, some red envelopes changed hands. Nguyen talks, but the suits still brought plenty of private muscle, clearly not taking any chances. Okay, looking for romance. wiry, handsome expat male looking for passionate encounters. Not picky, MOF. I enjoy hitting the night markets when I'm not tinkering with my drone or infiltrating AAA megacorps. No smoking, no recreational drugs in professional capacity, okay? Flexibility a must. Sometimes need to cancel dates at the last minute due to gig/incarceration. First aid skills a plus. How's the dating scene here in HK? I just arrived in town. Got any tips? Where can I go to find that special gal? Honestly, HK's better for fleeting liaisons than longer-term engagements. You should check out Frolic in Lan Kwai Fong. The music's loud and freaky, and so the club is. The scene can be a little rough, though. I hooked up with this crazy elf there once, and every time I run my hands over the scar tissue, it really brings me back. It's not for everyone, though. Plus, now I'm partially deaf. What? Can I get a whoop whoop? Nice. Have you tried Happy Valley? I'm not even kidding. Very intense, long-term relationships can spring from the heart-pounding thrills of the racetrack. Well, you can always try romancing someone in your team if you got one. That's a bad idea. Give me Matrix dating any day. And ticking mystery box for sale. I've got a mystery item secured in a metal alloy casing, freshly liberated from a Yamatetsu warehouse. It wasn't taken before, but it is now. Since it survived a bumpy motorboat chase, I figure it's safe. Since I don't have the engineering chops to liberate it properly, it's going to the highest bidder. So, it could be a beyond bleeding edge biotech prototype, or it could kill you. Have I got that right? Hey, if you don't like it, don't be it. I do this all the time, man. People love surprises. It's fundamentally no different from a grab bag. Except for the possibility of death part. Seriously, who's plunked down million on unidentified stolen goods? I got the winning bid on it. Nice. I got the winning bid on a bit of Fuji. The winning bid on a Fuji rattling container. Giant box of Allen wrenches. 1 po in 2056. I want a vibrating briefcase taken from a high-level area scientist's office. Inside there was well, something you wouldn't expect to find in the workplace. Use your imagination. Ew. Anyway, it was in good shape, so I regifted it. And I'm out! Crowdfund my Vladivostok trip. A whole lot of you already know me, but for those who don't, I'm Icy Ice Sasha, Russian native. I've been decking in HK for over a decade, and I have a business opportunity in my hometown, Vladivostok. And I have started a Pay My Way campaign to cover a no-frills round-trip ticket. Please support me. You're a pal and all, but why don't you just save up in June like the rest of us? What's this business opportunity? And I missed the rest of it. Whoops. Good questions, good questions. Well, Panda Tax, I hope to move back to Vladivostok, and my opportunity is a contact with a megacorp that, does not have a presence in that city yet. But if it works, it will be very good for my contact, and very, very good for me. Bonus goal would be a one-way trip to Vladivostok. Sold. I'll be delighted to spread the word to everybody, and I mean everybody I know. Transferring creds now. I see. You're not skipping town without clearing your mahjong debt to me, are you? It's another one of my bonus goals. I'm paying you a visit, I see. Nice. Okay. That was nice bits of flavor. Let's go and accept our new job. And then I guess we'll check out the stores. Although I'm very suspicious of any corp that is going to cut me open and install Bioware with me. Or Bioware or Cyberware in me. Welcome back. Did you talk the job over with your crew? I'm a boss. We decided to help you. We'll be holding you to that. And don't worry about me. When I take a contract, I don't break it. Well, no, let's go. Avail threat. Great way to start a business relationship. No one's threatening you, Mr. Noon. Senior Inspector Keys, just being careful. As long as you don't try and screw us over, you got nothing to worry about. Funny, I feel the same way. We have no intention of pulling a fast one on you. We want one thing and one thing only. The evidence to put Creighton and her people away. Now Fiona, you want to get us started? Alright, pay attention, ShadowRunner. I don't want to repeat myself. Yep, I'm listening. Now, we know Crate and her people are dirty, but we don't have any ironclad proof. We have to gather something concrete if we want to move on her. Why? You just said you answered directly to the council. Just arrest a woman and come up with a justification afterward. No, we can't act on suspicions. Crate is as popular as she is powerful. The last thing the HKPF needs right now is a scandal. If we move on her without enough evidence, the jackals in the media will turn this entire operation into a complete shitshow, and Mitsuhama's PR will suffer for it. Ah, gee, that'd be a shame. Yes, it would. Restoring the public's trust in its police force is one of the main purposes of this operation, and that means we need to be careful. She's right. What we need is tangible evidence of Crate's wrongdoings, financial records, written communications, video feeds, that sort of thing. We know where that proof is being held. We can't get to it without tipping our hat. That's where you come in. So, you know, this is going to be covert then. You don't want things to go loud. Personally, I'd prefer it if you didn't lay waste to a police station. Though Senior Inspector Key may beg to differ on that. That said, some conflict is probably going to be unavoidable, no matter what you do. We're getting ahead of ourselves. Let's take this back a step. Crate likes to keep her people close to her. They've consolidated their power into a single police station on the harbour. She leans over and pulls up an image on her terminal, an aerial holopic of a squat building crowded up against the water's edge. There it is, an old SDU headquarters, and Crate's current base of operations. They call it the Tiger's Den. Any special significance in the name? It's a throwback to the old days, before the Executive Council took over. Back then, the SDU were colloquially known as the Tigers, or Flying Tigers, had patches on their uniform and everything. When Mitsuhama took over the HKPF's contract, they did away with a lot of the old symbols. But in this case, the nickname stuck. We're going to get you into the station, and you're going to liberate the information we need. Then we're going to take Crate and her people down. Okay. So, I'm hearing a lot of general talk about what's going to happen and precious few details as to how. We're getting to that. For now, I can tell you you'll be smuggled to the insertion point by way of the harbour. We've secured transport of you through an old associate of yours, a pirate and smuggler named Captain Jomo. You're working with ShadowRunners and a pirate? Aren't you meant to be cops? We're a small task force. We work with the tools we have. So long as you and Jomo can both follow basic instructions, everything should work out fine. Everything will not work out fine. I can tell you that already. We've already provided him with a copy of the station's timetable. He'll know when they'll be flush with cops and when they'll be running a skeleton crew. He'll time your arrival so you'll have minimal resistance to contend with. Alright, you trusted intel on the inner workings of an HKPF station to a pirate? Those protocols will be revisited soon enough, believe me. There are going to be a lot of changes after you complete this mission, Mr. Noon. I promise you that. After Jomo gets you into the docking area, a woman on the inside will let you into the complex. You'll need to make your way up to the admin level. That's where Crate's evidence room is located. We'll take up positions near the station, and from there we'll monitor your progress. Monitor us? How? She lifts an object from the desk and tosses it to you. Portable surveillance device. Your team will be outfitted with mics, body cameras, and condition monitors before you leave. We'll have a clear view of what's going on inside the station. Alright, you'll be monitoring me. Fine. Not cool, but I don't think you're going to be talked out of that. You know what? I'm going to go for it. I don't want you watching me while I work. That's too bad, because this is our op. As long as you're inside, I need eyes on you for corporate oversight reasons. Look, Mitsu has a financial stake in this operation going smoothly. I intend to make sure it does. Got it? So, you'll be spying on us, but if we land in hot water, you won't lift a finger to help. Have I got that right? If the shit truly hits a fan, if your heart rate's all flatline, then we'll do what we have to do to complete the mission. But you have to understand, our going in would be strictly a last resort. She's right, Ranneko. We can't afford to take any chances. If Crate and her employers find out about this task force, our entire operation is in jeopardy. And if I get caught? You wouldn't spill on us. Your boss wants this job done as badly as we do. Besides that, you got a built-in reason to be there. Crate and the SDU ambushed you, killed your friends, and destroyed your lives. It's only natural for you to want revenge. So if I get caught, you can let me take the fall. No, I'm getting why you chose me for this job. I'm glad to hear we understand each other. When you get to the admin level, you'll be stepping into hostile territory. Crate and her people have more or less taken over the whole floor, and they won't think twice about putting a bullet in your head if they catch you there. If you encounter any resistance up there, sorry, you're going to have to shoot your way through it. They won't give you the chance to do anything else. I'll be calling in a favor with Mitsuhama to bring down the station's comms, so you won't need to worry about them calling in outside help. However, anyone who's in the building already is your problem. So you're okay with me killing cops? These aren't good cops. They're Crates people. Corrupt, violent, dangerous. The kind of assholes ruin public confidence in the HKPFs and put real constables' lives in danger. No, I don't mind if you shoot them. If I could get away with it, I'd take them out myself. Going in quieter is safer, but go ahead if it comes to it. Do what you have to do. Once you get past any resistance that you meet there, you're going to go to the evidence room. The proof that we need should be stored on disk in there, or maybe in a terminal. You'll be looking for a log of bribes accepted by Crate and the SDU. You could also use any other proof of corruption you can find, transaction records, archived communications between Crate and her clients, that kind of thing. You'll pull the evidence, get back to the boat, and return the package to us at the Impound lot. We'll analyze it, and once we're sure we've got her nailed, we'll make our move on Crate. Okay, find the evidence room, grab the data, get back to Jomo. He'll take me back here to hand off the data, and we'll be betrayed and kick off the second act. That's my guess. That's about the size of it. Think you can handle it? Guess we'll find out, won't we? You'll be fine. You made it through the walled city. You can handle a run on a police station. If you need gear, talk to Sergeant Lee. He's our quartermaster. He can hook you up. Jomo can hook you up with anything he can't. And, yeah. The good captain asked about you, by the way. Wanted to have a word about some side work. You okay with that? You won't stop me from doing my own jobs on the side? As long as you keep them quick and concise, you can do your thing. We won't interfere, but our trust has a limit. Don't even think about turning against us or sabotaging this operation. You won't like what happens if you do. We'll wait on you to launch the operation. We're going with your timetable here. When you're ready to go, talk to Jomo. We clear on all that? Yeah, we're clear. Okay, interesting. So, it looks like we're almost set up to just go straight to the final mission. Don't actually expect it to be the final mission exactly. But we do actually have some side missions. I wasn't sure if we would even have any. That's kind of neat. Alright, let's go check out the gear. Okay, you Billy. The constable standing before you is rail thin with a wiry build and a lantern jaw. A pair of wire-rimmed glasses perch on the bridge of his nose, and his neck is wrapped in a sinuous tattoo. He glances up from his PDA, locking eyes with you. So, you're the person of interest that everyone's been talking about. I hear Key has big plans for you. You heard right. Lucky me, I guess. You are lucky. You get to walk back out of here when this is all over. Most people in your line of work wouldn't be given that opportunity. Yeah, I know. What can I say? I lead a charmed life. Yeah, seems that way. So, is there something I can do for you, runner? What's your name, constable? I go by Hui. You're new, right? That's what it said on the form. Call me Ranneko. Never been a big fan of street names. They feel kind of immature, don't they? Like a kid playing make-believe. You want to go around pretending to be Ranneko, the big-time criminal? You knock yourself out. To me, you're noon. Okay, well, I have to go. Go on then. I guess you're not Lee. You're just Flavor. Okay, there would be the quartermaster. There would be the trench-coated man. Well, well, well. Let's go talk to Lee. See what you got there. Our med trailer, too. The task force quartermaster looks disarmingly nondescript in his standard issue uniform. His posture is rigid, his spine ramrod straight. He watches you with eyes the color of wet clay, and the corner of his mouth curls into a smile. Ah, so you're the new talent of this ShadowRunner. The brass told me you've got clearance to buy here, so your money's welcome. If you need supplies, I can outfit you for a reasonable price. He gestures at the array of gear behind him. There are racks and racks of weapons. Off to one side, a pile of reinforced Europlast crates catches your eye. They all bear the HKPF's insignia, but you can also see the stickers on their casings. Mitsuhama, H&K, Ares Arms. They look to be military surplus. Can't tell you everything, of course. There's some gear back there that's technically off limits for someone with your clearance level. Have a look though, see if anything catches your eye, and if you're cleared for it, we'll talk price. What's in the crates over there? Oh, stuff I can't sell you. Not technically. We're talking about the big guns, heavy ordnance, that kind of thing. Of course, it's possible an item or two could go missing, or the numbers on my inventory sheet could be wrong. The odds of that happening might increase if you did me a favor. What kind of favor are we talking about? The kind I can't trust my brothers in uniform to help me with. The kind you go to a ShadowRunner for. You help me out, it's possible. Some of that merchandise could find its way from those crates you boat. You never can tell. Describe in detail what you need me to do. A friend of mine's in trouble. Bad trouble. I'd be first in line to help him myself, but my hands are tied. I know exactly what happened to him and why, but I can't intervene to help save his life. You help me, friend. Maybe I'll forget to carry the one when I'm writing out my next inventory control sheet. Already done the legwork. You finish the job for me and see to it my friend gets the help he needs, and there'll be a nice payday in it for you. Maybe a clerical error or two related to gear in those crates too. You'll still have to pay for the gear, but I'll do the work to make sure no one notices it's gone. Just forwarded you the pertinent details. You'll find them on your mission computer. Please don't drag your feet on this. My friend's in really terrible trouble. He won't hold out much longer. We'll see. Thanks. You want to look at the rest of the gear? Sure. Let's see. Show me your drones. The things I actually care about. Okay. Whoop. Drone control 7, data jack. Alright, we already have these. So we're not looking at new fancier drones. We've already got the two fanciest drones. Okay, fair enough. Well, frankly, I don't care. Anything else? Yeah? Let's see some armor. Okay, so we can really boost our armor if we want. We could also sell some of our crap. We don't actually have a whole lot, do we? If we look at our stash, okay, I'll sell the salve and a couple of medkits and the cram and the flashbang. Yeah, that'll do. Right, so yeah, we're talking just high armor. I mean, I've got no objection to getting nice high armor, but it's not really that relevant to me. So I'll probably skip that. Now nothing else. So how'd you get involved in this task force, Sergeant? Got assigned to it, same way most of the constables here were. Believe it or not, this wasn't a volunteer assignment for most of us. When the exec council hands you an edict, you follow it. Tell me a little about yourself. Don't think there's all much to say. Been on the force for 22 years now, been loaning out gear for most of it. Got a white backhound, couple of kids, that's about it really. Look, I've never been one for small talk. You want to talk about, you know, armor or armaments, I'm your man. Otherwise, not really interested. Not a people person per se. Oh, hey, whatever works for you. Suit yourself. So, any other business here? Let me just check something. No, nothing else. I'm good. See you later. Okay. Trench-coated man. A solitary man stands by the rear of the command trailer. He's got a PDA in one hand and a can of Harbin Ice Brand beer in the other. His eyes are intense, and he taps rapidly on the PDA screen between sips from the can. In addition, a peculiar odor lingers around the area, the stench that could be best described as a fusion of custard, cinnamon, and raw sewage. 1 second, I'll be with you. I've got to finish checking my urban brawl stats. He continues to tap away for a few moments, then slides a PDA into his hip pocket. Draining his beer, he crumples a can and tosses it into a nearby bucket that's already filled to overflowing with empty bottles. There we are. Now what can I do for you? What's that horrible smell? Durian. Want some? Oh, nice. No. How can you eat that awful stuff? Nothing like durian in the entire world. Tastes amazing and you can use it to make so many things. Pity that Key and Lamb don't like the smell. That's why they sent me out here. Said I was stinking up their trailer. They need to broaden their horizons. I know, right? Especially Key. She could stand to live a little. Your Kanto accent doesn't sound local. Good ear. Moved to Surabaya about 15 years ago and learned Canto from a neighbour. If my dialect sounds odd, that's why. Never expected it to come in handy, but here we are. Why learn the language if you didn't expect to use it? Why do you buy a fire extinguisher if you don't expect to be on fire? Just in case, man. I speak 12 languages, including Yoruba, Salish, and Latvian. Heck, I even speak a little Basque. Try and get use out of that one. I'm good with languages. Ones I don't know, I chip when I have to. It's better to know things that never come up than to need to know something and have no idea what it is you're doing. Besides, I can order a beer anywhere in the world, guaranteed. Hell, on the off chance your bartender speaks only Esperanto, I still got you covered. And who are you? You don't sound like a cop, or look like one. I'm not. Then again, neither are you. We're just both freelancers. Now I know what you're going to say. Working for the cops is strange for a freelancer, but I figure it's a steady paycheck, so why not take the work when offered? So, what do you do for them? Decking, mainly. I guess that the Wonder Twins couldn't get any stay-at-home decking support without raising a red flag to create their people. So they opted for an off-the-book solution. Namely me. Name's Levick Stolz, by the way. Ranneko, but you already knew that. Yeah, I know who you are. Key and Lamb have been keeping tabs on you for a long time now. Longer than I've been here. Little luck, you people will be able to get this whole situation wrapped up soon. Then I can collect the money I was promised and maybe get the hell out of Hong Kong for good. Why are you in Hong Kong if you want to leave? Is this because if you side with the Yama King, you would lose your only Decker? I think that's probably why. Why are you in Hong Kong if you want to leave? Yeah, it's kind of embarrassing to tell you the truth. Now I know even more. Alright, I'll tell you if you insist. It's like this, I take field jobs sometimes. Don't like it, but with some gigs you just gotta be out there in person. And this job was close to home, at least. A runner team in Jakarta had been contracted to steal an animal. Didn't have a Decker. Fix a person contract, no, I was there, slicing through ice for him. Some rich suit's pet or something? Nah, we're stealing it from the zoo. Wait, you were stealing from a zoo? Well, I guess that's logical. Yeah, see, that's it exactly. You can't walk down to the corner store and ask for a scorpion or a gargoyle, you know? The client wanted this particular kind of dolphin, a storm dolphin, that's what they're called. They cause storms, shoot lightning, drown sailors. They're real jerks, actually. Storm dolphins are jerks. So anyway, I'm jacked into the water flow control for the Ragunan Zoo, using an unshielded dot line by the chimp exhibit. It was set up so that this one system controlled the water supply for all the exhibits, pumps, drains, and works. The plan was to hook up a tank of Soma 3 anesthetic to the water system, pump it in the storm dolphin tank, put them all to sleep. Okay, sounds like a good plan. You'd think it was. Actually, it was a good plan, a great one, but sometimes shit happens. So everything's going fine so far. Yeah, I've hacked in the injection system so the zookeepers use to keep the water within acceptable pH limits for each tank. Soma 3's going to get piped in. I didn't realize this the chimps have woken up and have been getting more and more annoyed I wasn't paying attention to them. They've been throwing stuff at me for a while, sticks, bits of bark, stuff like that. Right, I was about to start the Soma 3 pump, one of the chimp nails me in the head with a damn rock. Worse than that, it broke my Cyberdeck's lead off in my jack. Ooh, dump shock to hell and back. That isn't half of it. Since I was halfway through starting the pump sequence when I got dumped, the system thought I'd given it a half-finished command. So what does it decide I wanted? To clean the dolphin tank, so it up and opens the service hatches on the side of the tank. Where do those empty out? Walkways, where the team was waiting. Don't ask me why the tank drained under the walkway. It seems like a terrible design decision. The rest of the team suddenly bowled over by a flood of seawater and a pissed-off man-eating lightning whales. They come streaming out of their tank like a bunch of rubbery Valkyries, chittering and squeaking to high heaven. All the while, they were blasting the hell out of everything with lightning. Suffice to say, the debacle wasn't subtle. A Maria Mercurial laser show probably would have attracted less attention. Within minutes, cops come screaming in to investigate the reports of gunshots and strange lights in the sky, and I had to bail out of there fast as I could. I swear those storm dolphins were laughing at us too, even while they were flopping around on the concrete. Is the client mad at you? Everyone's mad at me. Team thinks I screwed him over. All the storm dolphins got killed, so the police want me for that, and the client wants me dead because I cost him his medicine. Sometimes at night, I still hear the squeaking. Gives me the chills. See you later, Levick. Try not to break any more zoos. Yeah, good luck to you. Yeah, he's totally there to ensure that we have a Decker. Okay, so there's cyberware, there's medical kiosks. So look at the cyberware, even though this is a really dumb idea. Yep, cool. Nice, easy to use machine. We could get a paint editor. I wonder if that would... Well, I mean, it's also brain, so I couldn't have both. Okay, cerebral booster, trauma dampener. Trauma dampener. So encephalon next would probably be a logical thing to get, but no point, because, you know, we actually, while we could afford it, we don't have the cyberware, and it doesn't really matter that much. Quick check on other things. The magnet arm would be an interesting one, actually, to get. Just confirm immunity to grenades. I love how there's, like, they tell you these various things, like a way of giving you a data jack without taking up the head slot. But what else goes in the head slot? Okay, the toxin inhaler. Woohoo. Don't care. Okay, so this lets you wake up if you get stunned. Platelet factory, nah. I mean, that could be kind of useful, but nah. Just gives you a heal of your own. Skill-wise, yeah, the encephalon next I think is still the only item that we would care about. And we don't. We just don't. Yeah. We could boost our physical stats we're otherwise ignoring for minimal advantage, but what's the point there? And this would be for buying med supplies. So I guess Germa will give us drugs and decking things? Automated procedures. What did oh right, that's like heal yourself in some way. And then yeah, that's what we get. Med supplies, don't care. Don't need to know. Let's go find Germa. I'm guessing he'll be over here. Hey Jomo! Captain Jomo stands beside his speedboat, surveying the docks as if surveying his kingdom. His stance is relaxed, but an air of impatience lingers around him. His narrowed eyes and crossed arms suggest he's been waiting a while. As you approach, his eyes light up and he throws his hands into the air. Oh, my friend! Finally they let you out of that ugly shed. I thought there'd be many more hours at least. They got no sense of urgency. I'm shocked. I never thought a professional smuggler like you would be picked up by the police. You insult me. Jomo is too slippery by far to be snared by a policeman's hook. I'm here because they paid me for the privilege, same as any other client. What does Jomo care if they wear badges or uniforms? Noon is noon, is it not? Well, if there's anyone who can smuggle me onto a police station's dock, you can. Of course I can. There isn't a place in Hong Kong that I can't get cargo into or out of, and if that cargo is heavily armed, irritable, and willing to do violence to defend my boat, well, so much the better, I say. So, my friend, how can Jomo assist you? Do you need a ride someplace? If so, say the word and we'll be off like a typhoon. Or perhaps you're interested in contraband. Goods of the sort your uniformed allies will not provide. I have all manner of unusual things for sale. If you have the nuyen. What kind of unusual things? Drugs, illicit software, even one-of-a-kind SIM chips, you name it. Jomo can deliver. One-of-a-kind SIM chips, you say? Color me intrigued. A single SIM, to be told. Jomo has no idea where it came from, but it seems it was custom-made. He pauses briefly to chew on his words. It is, shall we say, specialty product. I haven't tried to open it myself, but the label on the chip says ratparty.sim. I do not know who would commission such a thing, but I will give it to you for 50 nuyen. Surely it's a bargain at that price. The mysteries of the Rat Party are surely worthy of such a paltry sum. No, not today. Not today. Let's see what you're selling. Okay, swords. You get your swords right here, mate. Nah. So then we look at Cyberdex. So we can still potentially get, like, yeah, I feel like Excalibur, which is not a bad idea. Probably will try and do that at some point. Although, what does it offer us? It offers us more health. That's it. So not that fast on that one. But programs, we could definitely do with the better programs. So you get Decrypt 3, you get a dual routine boost, you get yourself a Blaster 3, you get yourself a Degrade 3, an Erosion 3, we've already got Killer 3, and then, let's see, we'll grab Sniffer, Medic. Those are all the 3.0s I can see. Killjoy is not a bad idea, but I think most of the time you can kill them in the time you're after. Okay. This is more programs than you can actually run at once on a thing, but that's fine. Yeah, no, that's fine. Consumables, really, nah, not gonna bother with those. What about drugs? No. Alright, so we're buying all the programs. Okay, and then let's see what you're selling. We'll sell off our 2.0 programs, right? That one, Blaster 2, Killer 2, Medic 2, because they do have 3. And then in equipment is where the other ones are sitting at the moment, somehow. Okay, cool. So that helps make up some of the shortfall. Makes sense. Good. Good. Okay. Tell me about your sim chips. Same one. Yeah, we'll buy it. Why not? Very good indeed. You never know when you'll need one of those, yes? Now let us speak of this no more. Okay. Senior Inspector said you were looking for me earlier. What's on your mind? Ah, of course. I have a friend with a bit of a problem. His problem involves a family member, megacorps, and stubborn guards with guns. He asked if I could handle it, but I'm a smuggler, not a ShadowRunner. You, however, would fit the bill nicely. I don't want to repeat the details here. The police don't need to know. He slips a PDA out of his pocket and taps at it. Here, I've sent you the details. It should be on your computer already. Look it over and let me know if you're interested in the job. Okay, sure. And that's a hell of a speedboat you got there. It looks real slick. Ah, thing of beauty, isn't she? With Jomo at the wheel, the drunken mistake can outrun anything on the South China Sea. How'd she get her name? Drunken Mistake. Ah, well, her former owner was a Fuji executive, a bloated canker of a man, drunk on power and British gin. He took this vinyl vessel on a one-man pleasure cruise, blundered into Joa waters, and stalled her out. I came upon him drifting helplessly, crying for help against the roar of an uncaring sea. Ah, you're a pirate. I think I can put 2 and 2 together. I did not kill him, if that's what you're thinking. Jomo is not so heartless as to kill such a pitiful specimen as this. Naturally, I helped the poor soul into my safe, seaworthy dinghy. Then I crossed over the beautiful to the beautiful machine you see, restarted our engines, and the rest is history. I named my prize the Drunken Mistake to commemorate that fateful day, and as a salute to our former owner. May he live a long, besotted life wherever the tides may have taken him. And if the waves dragged him down before he saw land again, let him drink forever in the afterlife. See you later, Jomo. Okay, so now we'll chat with this Sarge and get back to the boat and look at the jobs we picked up. Something I can do for you, runner? You got a name? Lung. Sergeant Maria Lung. Got a nice ring to it. There's a story to go with the name? My parents gave it to me, the old-fashioned way. They liked traditions. Runners have a tradition of their own. They choose their street names. Mine's Ranneko. That explains a lot. All you wanted to ask me? Yep. Back to it. Alrighty. Well, I mean, I complained about there being a little too much conversation previously. I guess this is what you get in response. Alright, let's pick up our side jobs, of which there appear to be 2, and do them. And then go with the main one. Open the jobs directory. View all pending jobs. Undersea lab job. Hey Ranneko, good to see you're interested in my proposal. My friend, the one with the problem, is named Meng Kai Siu. He's been deliberately infected with a disease, and he thinks it was done deliberately. Here, I've attached a video message he sent me. His condition's worsening by the day, so I'd really appreciate it if you could help him out. He's fairly high up in Minobe International. He's got a lot of money and he needs some heavy-hitting freelancers to help him out, so I figured it'd be right up your alley. An elder man with a sickly pallor sits down in front of the camera, coughs several times. A series of intravenous lines have been attached to his arms. A pair of respirator tubes snake into his nose. When he breathes, his voice is querulous and has a breathless quality to it. Lee, I know this is a lot to ask, but I don't have anywhere else to turn. I'm dying, Lee. The bastards at Shiawase did this to me. I don't know how, but they got someone close enough to me and infected me with some kind of experimental bioagent. Minobe's best researchers are working around the clock, but ordinary treatments aren't cutting it. They figure they'll be able to synthesize a cure in 6 to 7 months, but I've got only one. The doctors tell me they need to create a line of monoclonal antibodies to fight this thing. Lucky for me, I know where one is. The Shiawase bastard that did this to me has been in contact with me. They said they'd give me doses of the treatment, just enough to keep me alive, but not to kill all the virus. All I have to do is sell out Minobe, give them insider information on our projects. Meng pounds a fist into the armrest of his chair, doubling over with rapping coughs. To hell with that. If they want to play with fire, so be it. I need you to use your contacts. Find me some goddamn mercenaries. Not just any mercenaries either. I'll pay top dollar. I want the best, you hear. Minobe's information warfare teams have tracked the probable location of the germ warfare lab this goddamn disease came from. It's some undersea place out in Ngaume Hoi, I guess. Codenamed Namazu. It's totally unlisted. That means only one thing. Illegal research. The mercenaries need to get into that lab, find the germ warfare section, and get me the monoclonal antibodies I need to live. Don't worry about getting down there. I'll loan you a mini-sub. Our sec techs show me they can blank the facility's sentry for just long enough to get a team inside. I don't care how our contractors go about acquiring the cure, so long as they get it to me quickly. If they want to be quiet little mice, great. If they want to blow the facility apart, I'm fine with that too. Just get me that goddamn cure. Let me know when you found someone. So there you go. His family and mine have been friends for a long time, but there's no way I can help him directly on this one. This is Shiawase we're talking about here. They hold a seat on the executive council. They pay my salary, albeit indirectly. Let me know when you decide what to do. Yeah, I'll take it. Okay. Yep. We've let him know. Go talk to Jomo. He'll take us to the south. And let's check the other one. Pending prisoner liberation. Oh, my friend, I'm here emailing you about the rescue mission I was made aware of. It's a mega heist of epic proportions, a run on one of the most elite corporate residences and offices in all of the free enterprise zone. Ain't nobody pulled a heist like this in a long time. I'm getting excited already. With a big family like mine, we make a lot of friends. My second cousin on my stepmother's side dropped me a line last week because one of her friends, a man named Manlai, has a big problem. She figures maybe Jomo can help because I have a lot of friends. Friends like you. No, so I say to my cousin, hey, I smuggle things, I'm no ShadowRunner, but I do know some runners I could pitch this idea to. She says, fine. Tell them Martin will pay them a hell of a lot of million, but they'd better be really fantastic at this, because if Lillian dies, it's my ass. No problem, I tell her. So naturally, I think of you. Martin Lai works for Yamatetsu. Yamatetsu and Fuchi Industries have been button heads here in Hong Kong for a while, scrapping over who has more sway through the executive council. I'll make a long story short. Martin makes problems for Fuchi, so Fuchi kidnaps her niece. Kidnaps Martin's niece, Lillian. They're holding Lillian Lai in a penthouse at their HQ in the Fez, Econ Tower. Big black skyscraper in Central. Can't miss it. It's a simple job, but not that easy, probably. Anyway, Martin can't get his Yamatetsu soldiers inside Econ without starting a corporate war, which is why he needs outside help. Someone undeniable that no one will miss if they die horribly. You, my friend. He can loan us 2 advantages, though. A small chopper and a virus he's had implanted in their perimeter defense systems. My plan is this. We go in via the helipad on the roof and have Martin's virus turn off the anti-air defenses. You and your team work fast. Get down to the penthouse, rescue Martin's niece, rush your ass back to the roof, and we all fly out. From there, we meet up with the team of Yamatetsu hired mercs who will act as a protection team and get Lillian back to Martin. Easy, no? So what do you say? You want to break into the biggest corporate towers in the city. Steal a princess in a tower. Dummy knows at a AAA corp. I sure as hell do. Take the run. Alright, I'm not here right now, but you should be nearby. Come see me, I'll get you to Icon Tower. Okay, cool. So we got ourselves 2 runs. And we've talked to everyone that we care about. So, plan is, we go do one of these side objectives. We do both of them, in fact, in order. And that's exactly what we're going to do next time.